Or just record locally. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is day 4. I'm getting lost with the days. It's like one big week. Day 4 of the Go Viral Challenge. You guys are rock stars for joining 4 days straight. Only those super committed are actually up here with us. Natalia, good
Hello.
afternoon from the Isle of Wight, I believe.
Yes, the Isle of Wight. So
Where is that?
extravagant. It's just off Portsmouth in the south of England. You have to take a hovercraft.
Wow.
The only commercial hovercraft in the planet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's fun. Have you been here, Ben?
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Oh,
It's like a mini Britain.
And there's a subway train. There's a tube train that takes you around. An old retired tube train.
oh, interesting.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. I've turned on your video cam capabilities. Oh, there we go.
Video capabilities. Yay, look.
Hey.
Supernatural.
Oh, you look
Yeah, it's really cold here, so.
cool.
Well, now that I'm on, you're off.
Oh, let me turn back on. I'll just go for a walk about to turn off the heating. It's getting a bit warm. Anyway, good morning, Tazi. We like to be real. Thank you, Monica. Good evening, Judith. We also have from Cambodia. Isn't it amazing? Your husband Zoltan shared some Blue Lagoon photos. He said, hello from the Blue Lagoon. And I says, I think I saw a movie many years ago called The Blue Lagoon, and I Googled it, and there was actually a Blue Lagoon in Cambodia. Which is
wow.
And they actually you own BlueLagoonCambodia.com? That's amazing. Is it like a resort? Or is it just your house that you put a cool name to it? Like they're living on this idyllic beach front, which is pretty neat. Hi, Kyle. Good evening. Yes, isn't woohoo. All right, let's get started. So 8:34, we got today's not very heavy with the training deliberately because we're going to spend time hot seating because I think we're getting a lot of breakthroughs when we do that. Yes or yes? So who's ready for some hot seats? All right, we're going to try to keep to within 90 minutes today. I've been told off by our sponsors that we teach too much.
Oh.
So you don't have to do 2-3 hours, Kian. People will get bored of it. They get sick and tired of you guys. Well, half of them do, and they drop off. But, just kidding. All right. Hopefully you guys have had some great value, but we do want to keep to our, rough promise of 75, 90 minutes. For those of you who want to stay on a little bit sometimes, not boring. Okay. Thank you, Warren. Aussie. He's an Aussie, so he'll say some nice things to us fellow Aussies. Hi, boy. All right. Look. Recap. We always want to recap a little bit. So type in just a few nuggets from, Ben's course on startup YouTube. All right. Oi, Deborah. Type into some of the things, just off the top of your head. I remember the vidIQ when Ben shared that tip with me, because I hadn't been doing YouTube in years, about a decade. So I was like, Ben, help me, Obi-Wan. Oh, Ben, was it Obi-Ben? Yeah, Ben Kenobi, right?
His name was Ben.
Ben, it is Ben. Oh my goodness, Epiphany. Help me, Obi-Wan, Ben Kenobi, And yeah, the vidIQ is cool, right? What was the green now? Ben, do you go for 50 out of 50 or 100 out of 100, or do you just go to green?
Well, you try, but sometimes it's too hard to hit 50 out of 50 because your title still wants to be appealing to a human. It's not just about flooding it with keywords. So sometimes, depending on your creative wording, you wouldn't be able to hit 50 or.
What do you aim for generally? 40.
Well, I aim to at least get it green. Yeah.
Okay, great.
But
right,
the thing you got to understand as well is that only really helps with search on YouTube and also kind of keywords linking it to other videos. But whether or not it's a good video still hinges on watch
production
time
and everything. All right, we'll get into all the watch time good stuff tomorrow. Yeah. What other lessons did you learn from Ben or day 3? We covered quite a bit, didn't we? So type in some of the other nuggets that you guys go check your notes. Take lots of notes. If you don't revise, come on, you've done Keyword tags. Adam, thank you. What nuggets were there? I didn't realize you could put tons. Well, you could put phrases. I knew you could do that. I didn't realize you could put so many words, and you just kind of. You want to get that triple, the three-peat? Who remembers the three-peat? So same words in the title, in the description, and what's the third thing? Title, description, and the keywords. Hello, good afternoon from Madrid. Welcome. Rule of thirds. That was a good one. A lot of people I'm noticing in the videos that you guys are uploading, some of them, your head is kind of in the middle of the screen and the vertically shot. So with selfie videos, you can do obviously the natural vertical, especially for Instagram, which is, very native for that style. But you want to make sure your head is about, what's 3/4 of the way up, 80%, 80-20 rule, right? Just leave a little bit of a gap above your head. Title, description, and keywords. Yes, yes, yes. What other nuggets? Yes, yesterday's training is uploaded. We had some technical difficulties, but we eventually got it uploaded. Thank goodness. I'll just show you. A lot of people are still asking, where can I get the recordings? And what is the homework? I am confused. So thank you for those questions, because we need to clarify them. So in the announcement tab, so some of you know where the announcement tabs are. It's just that third tab, all right? Day 3 replay is now available. I don't put the link in the post because it would be long and ugly. So you just simply go to this, the comment side, and you click on it, and bam, here's the 3 hours.
Makes me feel better.
Yes. Unlisted. See, 48 people have already watched it. Good job, which is great. Don't worry, we're going to upload all this into a platform called Teachable, and so it'll be all in one spot, but give us till next week. All right. So we're just going to upload it here. This is where we can get some engagement and feedback and so on. The day 4 slides, the first 4 days homework, including today, is all in this little comment. All right. So save this. All right. Just save this into your Google Doc or whatever. So really the first thing we want you guys to focus on is, home studio. If you don't think about that, you're always going to be stuck to the whims of wherever you are, and you might be shooting something that's not very good quality. If your audio is poor quality, if your video is poor quality, it was very unfortunate. I feel really bad that I invited David Lim, who's the guest, last minute, and we didn't do a sound check, right? The sound was very hard to listen. So that's a big lesson for all of us. And he's a VIP. This guy, never assume, right, that things will work out. There could be a whole range of reasons why audio doesn't work last minute. So always do sound checks, especially if you're going to do interviews with potential partners or VIPs. We're going to talk about that, right? Who you should go and interview in the Star Topic Wheel concept to help you generate tons of great content and potentially find fantastic joint venture partners. I did an interview with Joshua. Hey, Joshua, and I'll kind of explain the psychology of building rapport like instantly within a few minutes. How do you get someone to go, yeah, I'll be interviewed? Okay. And how to get people to even endorse your work. You have to have great work to be endorsed and promoted, but at the same time, how do you develop massive rapport very, very quickly? So set up your studio, spend a few hours, order a few things. You can just get some lighting, and simple stuff, audio, a webcam. Look at the quality. Quality matters, especially. It's not super complicated. Watch our Star Presenter Masterclass. Who's enjoyed that? All right, so watch that. It's all free. I'm going to reiterate this every day, guys, because I know a lot of you guys haven't had a chance to do it. So I saw someone post, if you guys love us too much, we've done the wrong thing. You need to it's that tough love. You need to guys, as Gary Vee swears a lot. I think he tries to, I don't subscribe to that. If I swear, my apologies. It's just not my style.
He uses it as a mechanism.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's also naturally him. He grew up in a
I don't like it either, but
I love him. I was privileged to present alongside with him a few years ago. It's just his style. So he uses it, to kind of shake people up. That's one, not advocating that, but I'm saying I really want to impart how important it is to take action. Right. So, you know, I can't give you the stick, so to speak, if, you know, who wants, you know, it's more of a, you know, otherwise you're just wasting your time. You will not achieve what you want to achieve, why you came to this challenge, until you can overcome your fear of embarrassment, the fear of being judged, the fear of failure, right? Because the motivational side, that's not our specialty. You know, go to Tony Robbins' UK event, October 22nd, 25th. Success Resources are holding it again. Can't recommend it enough. He's the absolute master of, you know, he wouldn't say he's the motivation guy. He's the why guy. In that 4 days of immersion, you will get that environment with 10,000 people or more, where you're activating your mind, body, and spirit. You're dancing, you're taking notes, you're sharing in small groups of 3 or 4 people. It's intimate, but yet it's global. It's mind-blowing. I'm not getting paid to promote UK, you know, UPW UK. Oh, well, I am part of the team, so effectively I did get paid to do the videos. So it's, you know, but I'm promoting it. You just Google Tony Robbins. I don't know. There might be some Success Resources team members here. Can you send the link, guys, in the chat on where they can get a ticket? I don't know whether Abdullah or anyone else on Success Resources can quickly Google. You can send your link. You're an affiliate, aren't you, Joshua? No. The official link. That's okay. I was kidding. Actually, do us a favor. Find the non-affiliate link and just post it there. I think it's, I'll do everyone a favor. I'll find it. I think it's UPW 360. So UPW, oh, sorry. Wrong link. Yes. UPW 360. All right.
Yay.
Thank you, Joshua. Much appreciated. So if you've never experienced immersion, where it's like 4 days, 12 hours straight, there is time to go to the toilet. He'll tell you when you can. Kidding.
It's true, yes.
That is, you know, it's that, you know, boot camp. We're giving a mini boot camp here. We went to 2-3 hours over the last couple of days, and we've been told not to overdo it, because got to go to UPW. Life-changing. Absolutely. You don't have to walk on fire. You're going to karate chop some particle boards. Really, kid you not. Boom. All right. It is awesome stuff. All right. Anyway, enough.
You do lose weight. It's true. Jennifer says that you don't get to eat. So
No,
yeah,
of course you can eat, but
I did lose weight. Yeah.
They only have 1 meal break or something, right? I didn't attend fully the last one. It was the time zone was in Asia, and it was like middle of the night for us. But I can't wait to go to the UK event in October, which is in just a few weeks. All right. So anyway, so without further ado, look, here are the numbers, guys. I'm always very transparent about it. So we had 200 people sign up. 20 were VIP guests. Okay. So okay, great. Day one, we had 100. Look, I get it. Some people say I can't attend live. Obviously, I got it partly because it's, you know, recorded, which is great. So I hope at least half of you guys will watch the recording. So they're up within 6 to 10 hours of the live event, and we're gonna eventually. Now, this closed group will be deleted, guys. All right, this is what we call a pop-up group. We're not going to keep this forever. You know, we're going to migrate all that juicy content, the recordings, into a secure platform where you will get, you know, obviously free access to it. And it's all in one place. So you don't have to be, oh, where is everything searching, right? So,
oh, that's great. So we will still get access to it.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Woo!
As long as we're in business, access. All right. That's our commitment to you guys, because we're here for transformation. If you simply apply 20% of what we're going over here, and it's the key is just watching it over and over again. We're not going to say, join our next level And forget about that. Just focus on watching, rewatching. We've given you the farm, all our playbooks and our cheat sheets, and you haven't even seen what's coming, the extra bonuses yet. All right.
Kian,
yeah.
for me, the key is taking action right now.
Yes.
While you're doing the course, do it now, because if you put it off for later, maybe you just
you'll just won't do it.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to charge you thousands to implement.
Exactly.
That's,
and you pay for coaching. And
we got our first refund request. It happens. You know, it was $20. They just didn't find value in it. It always happens generally, you know, a couple hundred people. So yeah, we said, no problem. No questions asked, right? So it's not for everyone. And then sometimes you realize, I don't want to do video. I don't want to be on camera. We're going to say you don't have to be on camera. Tomorrow we're going to explain techniques where you don't even have to be the voiceover. You can just hire voiceover people for like $20 and you can get a great voiceover. You don't even have to be on camera. Well, we recommend you're on camera if you're going to build a personal brand, right? But you might have an e-com product and you don't have to do that. All right, so enough rah-rah. Today we have 55 people, all right? So 110, 80, 70, and 55. So you guys are, give it up, awesome. All right, let's high five. All right, day 4. So we're going to be talking about rich, healthy relationships. Who wants not just amazing relationships, but truly rich and healthy ones, right? Rich, not in monetary terms. Yeah, that's part of it. Building, you know, strategic partnerships, amazing clients. Who wants to have clients as friends even, right? It's like they become not just people who trust their lives with you in some cases, if you're a health coach, but their financial futures or their actual love relationships, if you're that type of a coach, relationship coach. So rich, healthy relationships is also about understanding the number 2 most important thing in business to be successful is your team, right? Don't we have an amazing team, strategic partners, you know, Natalia, Ben? Where is our Stephanus? You're probably wondering. I know some of you guys think he's very handsome, and he is, right? 6'5", but unfortunately he's with his very special friend. And it is Moon Festival. So happy Autumn Moon Festival, guys. For those of you in Asia, Greek warrior. Yes, he is actually. He was actually one of the top elite military guards in Greece. Only about 100 of them. So he's really cool. Autumn Moon Festival. Where is your Yubang? Mooncake. All right. I'm Cantonese, as you can probably tell. Share us some mooncake, guys. Oh, who loves mooncake? It is one of the...
I love it.
Very rich, creamy. Oh, I'll get that.
Gosh, there's no Chinatown here. I'm missing.
Oh, you know, we'll send you some virtual mooncake. All right?
Oh, please. Yeah.
Anyway, so happy Mid-Autumn Festival for those of you in Asia. Hope you get to share some lovely, everything related to the festivities. So Ian's on here. Let's say give it up to Ian Lai. How are you? Fantastic to have you on. Nikki. Hey, Nikki, keto mooncake. What's with keto mooncake? What the heck is keto mooncake? I'll just take the red envelopes. You don't get red packets, do you? I don't know. I haven't been doing it authentic.
That's Chinese New Year, man.
Yeah, that's Chinese New Year, man. Get with it. Sorry, I don't even know when you get red packets sometimes. I know for a fact Chinese New Year, but I don't think, do you get, in Asia, do you get red packets? Yeah, no red packets. That's what I didn't think. I was like, I never found red packets inside mooncakes. Anyway, rich, healthy relationships. Recap of day 3. We want to give a quick recap. How to look great on camera. Number 1, natural lighting, guys. I've got natural lighting. Ben has some artificial lighting with a little bit of natural lighting. Did you say today?
Yeah, but this setup isn't that great. Don't use it as an example.
Okay, all right. So you got a bit of natural, actual indoor lighting.
Half my face is shadow.
Framing. All right, the 3/4. He's like 80, 90%, right? For those mathematicians, that's about 85%, I reckon. Right, 90? Yeah, 90% head at the top. That's the easiest way I remember it. I'll get about 90% high, 80 to 90%. Step 4, presenting on camera. Pronunciation matters. Don't slur, you know, no ums and ers and like and this. Until you record yourself, you don't know what your ums are. You get what I'm saying? You don't know what the filler words are. We all have filler words. I say like a lot. Like, right. I say right. I said it so many times with one of my first course recordings that I had to get my editors to edit it out. It was so dang embarrassing. It was like, oh, I was cringing. Ugh. Right? So there I go again. All right. So don't get rid of those. You have to practice. Memorize short sections and take breaks. You're not going to memorize even a 60-second script perfectly. Right? 2 different angles. I did it again, right? Oh my goodness. So anyway, rich, healthy relationships. So that's the main things that, you know, we covered yesterday. So good stuff from Ben. I'm not getting into the techie YouTube stuff, you know, vidIQ, all that. Just rewatch it. It's all in there. I think at the rough, you can always skip to wherever Ben is up and you can see his YouTube section. Creating rich, healthy relationships. We created an acronym. We love acronyms. It's an easy way for us to remember what we're on about, number 1. So we encourage you to think big. All right. Who wants to think big? Do you want to be a solo entrepreneur for the rest of your life, or do you want to live the 4-hour work week like Ben does? He does about 4-hour work days. All right. He's a lazy bugger. You know, I said, Ben, how many hours do you work? Well, 4 or 5 hours. He says, what? Yeah, I just shoot my video. My team does the rest. I've got
Some days. It depends. It depends on.
All right. Days. Sometimes he does work full hours. We get it. You know, he's not quite Tim Ferriss.
The idea of the 4-hour work week. I don't know if you've read the book or not. You've read the book, right?
Cheers. Yeah.
So the idea of the 4-hour work week is that you can actually look. I got it right here.
Yep.
4-hour work week. If you haven't read it, it's an awesome book. But if you, he automates his business and he has a team and all this stuff, and he only has to work 4 hours, so he can go on these vacations. Yeah. He calls them mini retirements, where he goes off and learns like dancing in South America or something, and he basically only has to work 4 hours a week answering emails and stuff like that at a minimum. But when he comes back to the US, when he's trying to build his business to the next step, he works, long weeks just like everyone else, right? Because he's trying to, but he can then scale back he can always take a step back, just back down to that 4 hours. That's kind of the idea.
Yeah. But, in reality, he's a genius. Come on, guys. If you know Tim Ferriss, he's a genius. And very few people can get to that, right? Otherwise, we'd all be. I mean, and what's the point? If you love what you're doing, all right, if you're just doing it for the money, yeah, you want to work and create a system and buy a McDonald's franchise and just, eat McDonald's all day while your $10, 16-year-old staff members do all the work. But who really wants to live that lifestyle? We're not in it for that, right? We're mission driven. So the point is, do what you love. But if you do need a team to help you scale and grow your reach, right? Yes or yes. And for that to happen, you need to create a culture that is amazing. Otherwise, people will leave you. Like within a few months, people will eventually leave you, even, your star team members at some point. But you want to leave on great terms. And you want them to, share amazing stuff, their talents with you over those year or 2 or 3 years. And you want to make sure that they flourish, right? So creating rich values. Before I recruit anyone, I tell them these are our core values. And big companies are doing this. They know how important it is. All right. So what are the rich values that we subscribe to? Rich, healthy relationships. Watch this TED Talk by Seth Godin. Who knows Seth? The Purple Cow. He came up with this cool book title, right? The big idea, the 4-hour work week, the Purple Cow. Think of something real, titles matter, guys. Go check out the most viral, most popular, the most best-selling books, because they hire the best copywriters and PR publicists to think of cool names. And what Tim did was he tested on Google Ads different titles and see, who clicked on them. Isn't that genius? And he tested dozens and dozens, if not, hundreds of different book titles, and 4-hour work week got the most clicks. So he kind of pivoted around that, right? So tribal marketing is critical. You want to build a tribe. You only need, 1 or 200 initial loyal fans and customers, possibly. A tribe, I think when you get past 160 people, you lose fact of who's who. But within a small group, people feel like, family. So Zappos who knows Zappos? We love their story because I've been following, I bought his book, Delivering Happiness. Just bought that book. It's an amazing book. I mean, this guy, another genius. So it's difficult to replicate genius, right? In this case, Tony is a tech genius, and he built a company. By the time he was 23, he sold his company for $200-300 million, I think, to Microsoft. Come on, if anyone who can do that, is a bit of a genius. So then he thought, what do I do? Well, let's become an investor. I've got all this money. What am I going to do with it? And he decided to be a VC, venture capitalist or angel investor. And this guy came to him and he said, I've got this great idea. I want to sell shoes. Online. All right. Who's heard of the full Tony Zappos story? All right. Type yes if you're familiar with it. Okay. A few of you have. I'm assuming maybe 80% haven't. 80-20 rule. So I'm going to quickly show it. It's a fantastic story. So he said, okay, interesting. So what are the statistics? All right. And the guy said, did you know that $2 or $3 billion of shoes every year are bought through direct mail? This is like 20 years ago. And he said, wow, that's interesting. Because you never would think that. Who would buy shoes off a catalog, right? So that's kind of like, got him thinking. And he thought, the internet, I could do it much better on the internet. And I think I could get a percentage of that market share. I think I can build $1 billion a year business. And that's what he did. Within like 6-7 years, 8 years, something like that. Hey, John, he built $1 billion a year shoe business. Now, how did he do it? What was his amazing, irresistible offer? For those of you who buy a lot of shoes, and statistically women buy a lot more shoes than guys, you'll get this, right? I don't think they have Zappos in Asia. Do you have Zappos in Asia? Zappos, an online shoe distribution, online retail company for shoes. Do you have Zappos in Asia? No. Okay. So is there something similar to buying on shoes online? All right. Zalora kind of. Okay. So there's probably a few companies trying to copy them. No doubt. Right. Alibaba. Well, they sell everything. So Zappos initially just focused on shoes. So they said, what can we do that is irresistible and over deliver, right? What was the 3 different things that we talked about? What are the 3 things to really create an amazing business? Number 1, understand your customer. Number 2, we all kind of forget, don't we? Number 3 is over deliver. Understand. All right, we're going to understand the pain and the paradise. Number 1. Number 2, you got to make what type of irresistible offer? All right. Once you know what they want, you got to offer something, and then you got to deliver. All right. Never forget that. These are fundamentals. We think that, we're here, come and get me, aren't I awesome? You are not the product. Sorry, the product is not the irresistible offer. You may think you're irresistible, too sexy for your shirt, but until you package it up, you're just, like everyone else almost. You got to package, yeah? And then number 3, you got to really deliver. Because if your service and your value and you don't create transformation, for whatever happened, we did not deliver to that person who wanted their money back. Sometimes you can't help everyone, and it's not for them. And that's fine. So your copy needs to be very clear who your ideal customer is to attract them in and push away people who are not suited for your product. And sometimes pricing is a determinant of that. And then secondly, it's your offer. It's very, very important. What type of offer? So Zappos thought, we don't want to be cheap shoes online, right? We want to target women who are crazy about shoes, all right? And they happy to pay not for the cheapest. They want service. Because if you look at the spectrum of what people value, they value, number one, value, right? If I said you could buy a Lamborghini for $10,000, $10,000, that's a lot for a car. Well, $40,000 is a lot for a car here in the US. But if I said you can get a Lamborghini for that, would you figure out a way to buy it? Yeah. All right, but value is number one. Price is not even number two. Number two is, guess what? Service. People value service. And then price is, I think, 3 or 4. And they want variety, and they want this, and they want that. So Zappos went and thought, strategically, my best customers are just mad about shoes. They will pay for a premium for convenience because they don't have to physically go. And get this, they realize the customer, when they go to a store, they can't try on their best outfits with the shoes. Guys don't get this, right? So women will felt, wow, if I could order anything I wanted online and I could get free shipping both ways, if it doesn't fit, I can get a bigger size. If it doesn't look good with my whatever, I can exchange it. Isn't that genius? It cost them so much money to do it, they almost went broke. And he was almost having to mortgage his house. It was tough, but they got market share. It's hard to replicate. Amazon wasn't profitable for many, many years. This is why, the big boys have an unfair advantage. They got deep pockets. They can just deliver incredible value. They had people, their customer service their culture was amazing. They hired people on the basis of culture. He said, you join, you stay for a month, get trained up. Even if you're an executive, I want you to work in delivery and packing. I want you to be part of the team. I want you to even consider dating people in the company. That's what he said. You're going to be living and breathing Zappos. We want you to be a little bit quirky, but not crazy. That's one of their core values. They want people to be able to call up and actually order pizza. Just over deliver, customer service. And by creating this amazing culture, incredible value, incredible products, people were happy to pay a slight premium, and eventually they were bought out and for lots of money. All right, Tony's still part of it. Deliver wow through service. Embrace and drive change. Create fun and little weirdness, not craziness. Be adventurous, creative, and open-minded. Pursue growth and learning. Build open and honest relationships. Build a positive team. Do more with less. Be passionate. Be humble. 20 odd years ago, when I was a strategy consultant, we would actually go into companies and help them craft things like this. Strategic statements, USPs, core values, vision statements, mission statements. You still kind of need that, even if you're a solo entrepreneur. Create some core values. Just come up with some guiding principles. Think of all the greatest movements, the 10 Commandments, you name it, precepts, etc., etc. The alcohol and not the 10 steps, or is it 7 steps for the alcohol anonymous thingy? For us, we had created a module. We wanted to focus on rich, healthy relationships because anything and everything I've done in my life has been largely dependent on the relationships and the trust and the partnerships that are built. And, you got to be a team player. So real, being upfront, transparent, and honest. Respect and responsibility. That's the R. Be truthful. I, for being inspirational. Inspire people with being innovative through your passion and your purpose and your integrity. That's our I in the RI. And the C, be caring. I think people know when you care and when you're compassionate, yeah? When you're courageous, when you're co-creating, when you're committed to excellence, to transformation. And then number 4, be humble and be humorous. I try. Natalia, I kind of occasionally ask her to laugh at my jokes. Joy and bliss.
No, you never ask to laugh.
Thank
I
you.
laugh because I choose to.
Thank you. Joy and bliss. Thank you. I'll send you some mooncake. All right, so humble. Be humble. So that's our core values, and we try to commit to them. And this is our guiding philosophy. Come up with your own. Can you incorporate it into your, for us, STAR, star producer. That's the R in our star. And 3, the key roles for successful startups. I can't stress this enough. Ben, when he comes back, he'll share how he met his business partner. In a business, studies have shown it's very difficult to be a Jeff Bezos, where you're one guy and basically you are the main guy, right? That's why he's worth, is it $200 billion? Something crazy. It's hard to be that. It's really hard to, sorry, I forgot to turn off my phone. It's very hard to be a master of everything. Generally, we're strong in maybe 1 or 2 areas of what it really takes to build a fantastic business. Because we know in business, and we forget this when we go out and become freelancers, that, oh, I'm really great at making shoes. But then you forget about, are you great at selling? Are you great at communicating and customer service? Are you great at marketing? Are you great at accounting, et cetera, et cetera? Now, a lot of you guys are solo entrepreneurs. Right? There's only so much in one day, absolutely. So are you the visionary? Are you the creative genius, the strategist? Or are you more that hustler, the sales guy? You've got that brilliant psychology, that connection, people's person. Or you might be a bit more introverted and you're brilliant at psychology, but you're good at copywriting. That's a brilliant skill, guys. You don't all have to be, extroverted, A-type, on-camera type personalities. You don't. You might be an amazing observer of humanity and understand emotional triggers. Extremely valuable. A lot of people behind the scenes are the ones who craft amazing copy and stories for these brilliant orators. Understand? So you're still in huge demand. And then there's the tech whizzes. These tech whizzes who are also a little bit introverted mostly, and they create systems. Yeah? So who are you? Type in which of the 3, or maybe 2. Are you a visionary, hustler, or hacker? Type in 1 or 2, or maybe you're all 3. You're a hustler, Hardy. Hardy the hustler. Fantastic. Who else? What else, you guys? 1 and 2. So what's 1 and 2, Bianca? Are you, just type V, visionary or hustler, type it out. We'd like to hear, get to know you guys. You're a visionary, Phil, fantastic. V and H, which H, right? H-U or H-A? Oh, that's an easy way of doing it. V for visionary, H for hustler. V, visionary. 1 and 2, visionary hustler, visionary hacker. Or I'd imagine there's not too many hackers. Oh, Johan is a hacker. I think it's because what you do, right? So I think he's an engineer. So obviously you're a hacker. Working on hacker. Visionary, fantastic. Most of us are visionary guys by definition. If you're attracted to wanting to share your message with the world, that's what you are. But at the same time, you've got to master the sales and marketing process. Yeah. So it's good to, that's why we're teaching the video marketing side and still the sales psychology and all that. We might have a great vision, but we need to put the right team in place. I'm blessed to have Stephanus, to be hacking all the funnels and hacking all the systems and integrating a dozen different pieces of software. I don't want to go there, right? Stephanus, the hacker. He's a funnel hacker, as we call him, right? He is a tech whiz. So he's an engineer by trade, by background. Make sense? So, and then we've got other creative geniuses in our team, right? You need that as well. That's part of the marketing team, you could say. right? We've got Feb and Kyle and others. So really understand that you need partners. I can't stress that enough. You need to find either outsource partners so you can deliver what you want to deliver. Here's the story. I did not get the gigs selling 2,000 tickets to Gary Vee's event. I didn't get the gig to work on Tony Robbins' event where we had 10,000 people and we did the digital marketing. We rebuilt the websites. We did all the digital video marketing campaigns, the Facebook campaigns, the YouTube campaigns. If I could not have done that if I did not partner with different teams that were not employees of mine. Make sense? They were strategic partners. So relationships, you don't have to be all things to all people. To create the transformation that you want sometimes, you need to build your, what team? Your dream team. You understand? That's a great concept. So think big. What transformation do you want to offer? Be honest. Where are you weakest? Where you're truly lacking the ability to add that extra mile to the service, to the value, to then by bringing together an amazing team, you can double, triple, you can add that extra margin. Yes or yes? Because often someone will just say, I can do this, but if you can offer this, this, and this, that person goes, it's too much of a headache to deal with 3 teams. They just want to deal with 1. And then you can offer a premium, a win-win-win. Get it? So you need to find the right partners. You need to get yourself out there. You need to tell people, hey, research, literally just research and find strategic partners. But you need to have some presence. You need to have some videos. People are like, who's this strange person wanting to partner with me? You need to have a personal brand. All right. So how joint ventures can transform your business. They've transformed my business. I wouldn't have produced Courage to Believe if it wasn't for, my partnership with Michael Perlman, the TV network that I was part of for many years. All right. The screen is huge. Why joint? So I'm not sure what that means. Why joint ventures? Leverage other people's credibility. And people, aha, if you haven't hit $1 million or $10 million, work with people who've hit that. Yeah. Be a master at your craft. Yes, yes, or yes. But then partner with someone who's done also something amazing. Partner up, and then your packaging and your messaging can leverage 2 stories. By partnering with Ben, now I have a more global audience, both East and the West, and people interested in YouTube and Facebook. High impact, high ticket, as well as organic videos. Very powerful concept. Jay Abraham, I learned that from Jay Abraham 25 years ago. I bought his $400 Marketing Wizard book, manual. Wow, we had manuals then that were $400. And, he said joint ventures are one of the most powerful ways to grow your business. Richard and Veronica Town, God bless them. They grew their business through partnering with Tony Robbins 20 odd years ago, Robert Kiyosaki 20 odd years ago, promoting them. They were great at running events. Not everyone likes to run events. That was their zone of genius. They're really behind the scenes. They're so humble. They don't want to be on stage often. They want their star talents to be on stage. Partnership or JV. There's many different types of partnership. I'm not saying go into, here, take an equity stake in my company. No. You don't need to do that, right? It's often that doesn't work, right? Unless many different factors is another whole story. It's a lot more complicated to get into actual business equity, shareholders and blah, 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 blah. How do you value, there's this formulas, what's my, pie and, what percentage of the pie do you own, who owns the intellectual property, and how do you value experience and what dollars you put into the, it's a little bit more complicated. It's not for, it's startup type of stuff. And won't go there today. But the point is, you can do joint ventures. You just have a simple agreement. Hey, if you invite some people, you know, I did that with Joshua. I said, hey, just bring some people in and I'll give you 80% of the $20 that people pay. So yeah, sure. Boom. I interviewed him. So you can then command higher prices when you partner with people who see the value you have to offer. You know, for me, I had the client. Hey, you know, Saj, it was a guy who co-presented with me in Gary Vee's event. Would you like to be on stage with Gary Vee? Of course. Would you like to help put together a team to build some sites and this? Yeah, yeah. Or Anthony, right? So it's like, that is such a secret that a lot of the gurus, you know, Richard Branson, there's a reason why he's 100 companies or hundreds. He has that ability to build relationships. Super, 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 super important. Read about it. Learn about how to build joint venture partnerships. Joshua, right? You know, he was this, I interviewed him during the pre-challenge. We clicked. He reached out to me and gave value. He just simply said, hey, do you mind if I give you some feedback? As if I'm going to say, no, thank you. I'm the guru. Who are you? I just interviewed you. No. I said, sure. And he said, why don't you add a little fake button, call to action button on your Facebook cover page? And I said, yes, thank you. I just put up this thing and I haven't had a chance. Ben is dropping off his kids. If you wonder where he's gone, he'll be back. Yeah. Mission driven, get started. He said, add a little button there. So when people click on it, hey, they can actually go to the Go Viral Challenge. See, pretty cool, right? Join the challenge, right? $47. Well, the early bird's over. So, and then we started chatting. Yeah. And then I checked out his profile and I started noticing an interesting thing or two. If I may, Joshua, are you still there, Joshua? My brother from another mother. He's from Malaysia. Type hello, Joshua, if you're there. Maybe he's not. But anyway, I think he is. Yo, waiting for Laksa. All right, excuse my Malaysian accent. It's not very authentic. So Joshua, I've been dying to have some good laksa. Who loves curry laksa? You know, Singaporean style. Me, Brian says. Malaysian foodies, yes. We created fusion food. I'm Malaysian born, in case you're wondering. Joshua, I said, what are you doing, man? There's 300 comments. Holy cow. Read 100 comments, Rajesh. 360 comments? Are you kidding me? 63, okay. 300? 300? 600. How many of you guys, you know, consistently get 300 to 600 comments? I don't even, all right. Now, let's go to nothing wrong with, I don't want to make fun of, all right, Russell Brunson. He's a guru. We love him.
Jealous.
Right, does he get 300 comments? He might. 35, 1. I'm the same. 34, yeah, he gets a few. But something, you know, I looked at Peng Joon and all these gurus and they're not getting 3 to 600. You know, it's like, what the? So I said, let's interview. So I interviewed him and go check out that 30-minute interview. It's inside somewhere. Is it in the announcements? It's amazing. Just go. I make good laksa. Oh man, Jennifer, stop it. It's in here somewhere. It's just Joshua, if you can find the interview I did with you, that would be terrific. It's in here. Oh, it's probably in the main set of slides. So we'll go check out, you know, look, give everyone a like and a love for all these folks who've actually recorded the videos. But I interviewed Joshua on my homepage. That's it, my personal page. That's why. And Jennifer is an amazing cook. Cool. So, yeah, look at my number of comments. 1. 20, 7. Oh, here's the interview. Okay, let me share it with you guys. Yeah, the only comments that the only posts I get away, or is it's redirecting to live? All right, it's coming up.
I did filters.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He's sharing how he does it. All the nuggets. 30 minutes there. Gold. All right. So the only time I get 100 to 200 comments is when I share pictures of my cute sons. Now, there's a reason why you want to share family photos and videos, because people they will get to know, like, and trust you. Makes sense? You're real. You know, if you've got cute kids, get them to work, right? So, yeah, thank you, Joshua. Amazing. All right, so we're almost done. The last thing I want to talk about is how to develop your star topic wheel. Very crucial. You've learned about how to create the GREAT formula, or the 7 steps to every sale. You know, and you know that there's the know, like, and trust type of videos. But what do you want to be known for? What's your star topic wheel? What is that? You know, I got this inspiration. I modeled off Dennis Yu, YU. He's an absolute genius at Facebook marketing. And it's your brand. What does your brand represent? What topics do you want to be known for? You don't want to be just one-dimensional, yeah? Gonna borrow some cute kids, says Jennifer. No need. Cute enough. So topic 1, obviously we're about video marketing. And, you know, I've interviewed some geniuses at marketing on Patty McPeak. She generated $100 million using infomercials. And Forbes Riley, you know, as I told you how I got that testimonial. I interviewed her, and as well at an event that I met. And, you know, she sold $2 billion worth of stuff. So she really understands the psychology of selling through camera. So what could be the third key person you want to interview? You can interview more than 3 people. I'm just giving you an example. But you want to identify 5 key topics. Don't overdo it. For me, these are the 5 that over the years, these are things that I'm really passionate about. It's my Eulerian destiny. You know, I don't want to be talking about tech stuff, how to set up funnels. That's for other people who are funnel builders. Yeah, high ticket sales. I've been a consultant, you know, being charged out at $2,000 to $5,000 a day 20 odd years ago when I was working for these big companies. So high ticket sales, because, you know, it's very difficult to sell lots of $20 things. Yes. If you really want to offer transformation, you need to be premium. So I've interviewed Chet Holmes. Who knows Chet Holmes? Oh, what a legend. So sad that he passed away. I think it was roughly 8 years ago, in his 50s, too young, way too young. I interviewed him in person in New York City at our studios, the TV network where I was a volunteer. And I actually transcribed it, put it somewhere. I can send it to you guys if you want to check out that interview. And he was the #1 sales guy for Charlie Munger. You may not have heard of Charlie Munger, but you probably heard of Warren Buffett. Who's heard of Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett is one of the richest investors in the world. His business partner is Charlie Munger. And the companies that Charlie managed, Chet was like the top sales guy. And he came out on his own and started his own, you know, consulting, sales and marketing consulting company. And I remember buying his course 20 years ago. It was a VCDs. It was like $2,000. It was like the 12 steps to mega sales and marketing. It was brilliant. His stuff is just amazing. Yes, you know, Joshua. So I had the real honor to interview him. You know, we'd had coffee afterwards. I still remember it. He gave me my best tip on how to interview people. And it was like, just be present, focus, listen, and interact like a natural conversation. Don't rely on your questions. All right. So important. You're going to be wanting to interview people on Zoom. So easy, so quick. You don't have to have a studio. if you're open, we can do an interview over my group, maybe call to action mini class. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love it. See, people will want to interview you when you do these challenges. Challenges are amazing, guys. Challenges are, you should do your own challenge. Even if it's a 5-day challenge, 3-day challenge, we wanted to do a 7-day challenge to see who's really committed. And it's the 80-20 rule. We've got 61 people now. Some 80, 70, 60. Oh my goodness. And that's okay. And we're not going to sell you anything until day 5. After we've delivered the goods and you want more, we'll tell you how you can work with us. Now, some people say, no, you must sell earlier. And maybe that is a better strategy because they know that a lot of people will drop off. And that's, we're not that great at selling sometimes, some people say, no, you must sell. There's two different, you can be upfront about it and say, I'm going to mention some things on day 3 or day 4, but we want to, honor this process that we want to just give. And whoever's still here on day 5, even though it's Friday, even though it's not the best day by any means to promote any additional services or programs, that's when we're going to do it. All right. So anyway, high ticket sales. Topic 3 that I love is social entrepreneurship. What is that? Social entrepreneurship. It's people who are creating businesses that make an impact. And I've interviewed people like Michael Colasurdo, who was the treasurer of Rotary International. He owns this Italian deli in New Jersey. He came to the studios. I interviewed him. And, Rotary have millions of members all around the world. And they truly are, this wonderful community of professionals and business people who get together, every week, and they figure out ways to help each other and the local community. Who believes we need more of that? We're all living in gated communities. Yes, raise your hand, right? Wow, Bianca, let's give it up. Doing a 3-day challenge in a week. Woohoo! Fantastic. So Michael Colasurdo, Andrew Hewitt, he created this whole business helping students. Incredible guy. Interviewed him many years ago. So who else do you want to interview, ideally? On Zoom. It doesn't have to be whatever. Another topic that I was really, I'm passionate about is family and entrepreneurship and financial freedom, right? So these are the things, I studied financial literacy and, financial courses. I studied finance, personal finance, banking, unit mergers and acquisitions, just, all that boring stuff in college. So, I interviewed Michael Gerber because he was really about helping the, entrepreneurs get financial freedom through what? The E-myth. Everyone thinks that they want to be entrepreneur and then they become stuck and slaves to the business. They don't create systems. Michael Gerber was really one of the first to really emphasize the importance of creating systems so you can get out, work on your business, not just in your business. And Robert Kiyosaki, interviewed him many years ago. I had the pleasure of working with him last year through Success Resources, working on his Wealth Masters events all throughout Europe. So that's very important. Jared James is this incredible realtor, but he said the number one thing he's most proud of is being a dad and a husband. All right. So I want to help other people who really not just want to have an impact in the world, right? That's social entrepreneurship, and create real transformations. At the same time, they are kind of family oriented as well. And they understand that you need to create systems so that you have the time, like Ben Hedges, to hang out with his 2 daughters, half the day. Because he's got a great team after, 4 years in his YouTube business. And the final thing that I love talking about is your why. Who here has been trying to figure out their why over the years and decades? It's the meaning of life. It's 42. If it was easy as 42, we would be enlightened. Dr. John Gray, I interviewed him. He's known for the relationship guru, right? Men are from, where are men are from? Mars, and women are from Venus, right? Sold 50 million copies. Unbelievable. And I interviewed him. You can find it on my channel somewhere, YouTube channel, how he discovered his passion. He was a monk. He was a monk in an ashram. That's the furthest thing from being a relationship guru, kind of, right? He was a monk of all things. And then one day he got a call and he found out that his brother was suffering from bipolar. And he was devastated. It was obviously very close. And he didn't know what to do. And he knew he needed to help. So he left the ashram or the monastery and he went over to help him. He studied college to study psychology and different things to help him. And, you know, he tried his best. And then he started realizing that he had an interest in also relationship psychology as well. And, you know, he got married, I think, right? Obviously. And so he started doing events. And initially there was hardly anyone turning up until he said something out of the blue. You know, we're so different, men and women. You know, it's almost like someone said, we're from Mars, men are from Mars. And then it clicked. Wow, we're just so different. We're almost like from different planets. He had that epiphany. Sometimes you need that epiphany from your customers. And doing challenges, asking questions, the power of really getting to know your ideal customers. Yeah. Fundamentals, because that's the basis of the content you're going to be creating. What are the 5 key things you want to be, that you could talk about all day long? That's part of your Eulerian destiny. What is my calling in life? You know, Dr. Ellie Drake talked about it. She came from Iran. She was a refugee. Incredible story. Sometimes we need to go through these struggles and trials and tribulations. And that's where we develop the empathy and the compassion. We truly understand what that person's going through. You have a message to share with the world, but you just don't know how to do it. So, you know, why are we here? What is your 5 topics? All right, for us, it's very clear. High ticket sales, video marketing, social entrepreneurship, family. I'm going to be creating that's my guiding topic wheel. I'll be interviewing people about how did you discover your passion and your calling? Because that's exciting. Everyone's going through that. Always, we're evolving. It changes. Video marketing is obviously what our core business. So I'm going to be interviewing other geniuses at social media video marketing, the Harmon brothers. Anyone knows anyone who knows contacts through them, I'll love to interview them, for example. The Billy Jeans, anyone who's brilliant at video. High ticket selling, tons of great people in that area. Social entrepreneurs, family, financial freedom, and entrepreneurship. How do you juggle? How do you juggle family and entrepreneurship? It's tough. Yes or yes. I don't know what the stats are, but you know, divorce rates are already pretty darn high. If you're also in business and you don't have a supportive partner or whatever, it's tough. So, you know, reach out to these influencers. They could become your partners. Yeah. Make sure your wife has a great career. Absolutely. All right. Or, you know, these people that you interview, what are you doing? You are leveraging their audience. A lot of people, Joshua managed to interview Russell Brunson. And, you know, Joshua was, I'm not a guru, but he was, it was during book launches. Here's a little secret. During book launches, and Joshua had only 1,000 people, right? Josh, about 1,000 people in your Facebook group. You know, during book launches, people want to be interviewed, get on podcasts. We'll teach you also how you can get onto other people's podcasts if we have time, but you just outsource it to get people to reach out and everything. But anyway, so it's so important to understand when people are launching something, they want to be interviewed. And you don't have to have a massive follower. You just need to get practice on how to interview people. Yes, yes. And, you know, have some sort of an audience. And that's what I did. When Chet Holmes was launching his book, I said, hey, Dr. John Gray was launching his book. I said, hey, John, next time you're in New York, I'd love to interview you. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, sure, I'd love it. So these guys can be that star topic wheel that you can talk about. You become, by default, they're an influencer. You interview them, so by association. So really consider, this is part of the homework. It's not so explicit, but I'll add a note here in the slides. Oh, by the way, the homework at the end of every day, we mention it. What are the exercises? So we've updated the slides. So at the end of every day's slides, so there's only one folder, guys. There's only one folder where you can get all the PDF slides every day. Yeah. So you just go to announcements and, it's all here. Slides from each of the days. Go to announcements. So if you're wondering, what are the homework? There's really just the key homework that is mentioned at the end of each day 1, day 2, day 3. There's this Excel spreadsheet. You got to watch day 1 to understand how to use it. And at the end of each slides is the specific exercise. And most of it just revolves around, get your studio set up. Go through that, viral ad script playbook. Watch my Star Presenter course. That's it. And there's a couple of exercises during the day, right? So for today, for day 4, this is the last thing. There's not too much. I want to get into hot seats now. What are your 5 topic wheels? And that's it, guys. So we promised 75 minutes. I'm done. Goodbye. Scenario. 9:38. So we're 1 hour, 8 minutes. Now, I'm going to stay on a little bit more. Do you want me to stay on and do some hot seating? Yes or yes? Otherwise, we'll say goodbye in 7 minutes. Who wants some hot seats? Raise your hand if you're ready to hot seat. All right. Hot seat time. Yes, 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 yes. 58. No one's dropped off. We're up to, it was up to 59. So we'll spend another half an hour. So we won't go too far over. To hot seat, 10 o'clock. So it's an hour and a half. We've still got a lot of stuff to prepare, actually, for the big day tomorrow. Huge day. Who wants to learn the secrets of producing high impact videos? Very exciting. Who wants to know the secrets of advanced YouTube strategies?
Me.
Tomorrow. Be there or be square, guys. All right. So jam-packed day tomorrow. So, and of course, if you want to stay on a little bit past the 60, 70 minute mark, we'll explain what we do. If you want to work with us. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So who wants to be hot seated? Okay. Just raise your hand. Alvin, Yo, and Jennifer. Let's just bring them over. Let's see. We've got a lot of people raising their hands. So we're just going to be able to work with a few. Promote to panelist. Okay. All right. There's one at a time. Tons of hands up. So apologies if we can't get to everyone. Alvin, let's make him a co-host. Brilliant. Let's all welcome Alvin Yo. Alvin, where are you? Turn on your video. You're on the panel. I think I've allowed video. Alvin, you need to click on start video on the left. Can you hear us? And you need to unmute. I got asked to unmute, maybe. It's my fault. It could be my fault. Asked to unmute. That's what happens when you don't have your tech G. Ah!
Oh.
Wow, Alvin! What an awesome virtual backdrop. There's good and there's not so good virtual backdrops, but that is a pretty good one, yes? AYO Advisory. Though you do like to, have.
Thank you.
Welcome, Alvin. Where are you from, sir? Oh, muted out. Where are you from?
I'm from Singapore.
Welcome from sunny Singapore. Another crazy rich Asians like Singaporeans. No, it's a myth. Not every Singaporean is rich and crazy. It's a great film, though, isn't it? Isn't it a great film? Brought Singapore to the world. So, welcome. Tell us a bit about yourself. You're part of some financial services company. You're the director. Oh my goodness, you're probably a bigwig. Tell us.
No. I'm managing a group of financial planners.
Ah,
Okay.
fantastic.
I've been in the financial services industry for 30 years.
Wow. Fantastic.
And all the while, we are running the business in a very traditional way until this pandemic that, it forced us to think out of the box.
Absolutely.
That we are only go digital this year.
Wow.
And, we have a lot to learn. And that's why I'm attending some webinars, some trainings about personal branding, about how to try to talk on virtual platforms.
Yep.
And maybe get some things like what you guys have mentioned, that we are doing it. Okay.
Fantastic.
And then we are also trying to do our own videos. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's no perfect way. You can only improve along the way.
That's so true. Absolutely. So tell us some of your challenge. What's the key challenge at the moment? If you had to summarize.
I think the key challenge is my mindset. Because as you do something new, you worry that you might not doing well. And it is the same when you're just starting something new. So this is a very new journey for us because, as I mentioned, we have never in digital platforms. Okay, and then so I just need to start breaking through my own belief that it can be done by holding on to my phones, and then I will just speak as what you guys are doing. Okay,
Fantastic.
I think Ben had said something yesterday about cutting into bite size, and then we are doing that, but we don't have the skill in joining out the videos. We actually outsource it to somebody to
Good.
patch it up for us.
That's what you need to do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, it's a fantastic skill to empower your advisors.
Yep.
The best advisors by definition are brilliant consultants. Yes, right?
Yes, consultants.
Financial consultants. The financial consultants, they offer, I'm assuming, from life insurance to investing options.
Yep. To legacy planning.
Correct. All right. So I'm an actuary. I'm sure we're that industry. So I get it. And if you can empower them to also overcome their mindset, if you could turn your a little bit of feedback. You're a little bit low, right? Your head height needs to be a little bit higher up, so we can.
I can adjust my
seat.
My seat. I can.
Then we can see
turn on
my. Singapore. Isn't that awesome? What a great.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, you only saw your neck. That's
okay.
Doesn't that look much better,
guys?
Right? But very cool.
Yeah.
Now, just some feedback. When you move around, your head looks chopped up. That's what happens. And I really, it depends where you are. You're probably at home maybe, and
Yep, I'm at home.
Yeah. So play with the angles. People love real, right? When we work at corporate, we think, we got to have the corporate logo, all that good stuff. You can do all that. There's things like StreamYard that you can include, but people like real. This is real, right? You make sure you clean the laundry and you remove all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. But you can find an angle that's interesting. It doesn't have to be that complex. You don't have massive depth of field, but I think people, especially when they grow up in the world of social media, where it's all about reality TV, they if it's a corporate issue, I get that, because there's quality control. I get it. If all the advisors all of a sudden turn on their video and there's like messy stuff in the back, it looks terrible for your company. I get that. So, but train them on how to set up something that is approved by management. That yes, if you are going to go and do a webinar, that setting is okay. So long as you put our logo, and you can do that through Zoom or StreamYard or whatever, then it feels more real. Then people don't want to deal with corporate America. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to deal with corporations. They want to deal with real people, number one. So mindset, yes, absolutely. We're all kind of, especially I think, so more so in my opinion, because I've lived in the West and the East, you know, especially with Asian backgrounds, we're a little bit hesitant that we look good, you know, face, you know, embarrassing. I'm not trained that well on camera, let alone this, you know. So one of my passion projects will be to help Asian parents teach their kids to become YouTube stars. Seriously, you know, every Asian parent goes, I want my kid to learn piano and everything. Do that. I did that. But imagine if you taught your 4-year-old how to shoot video, edit video, incorporate music, how to present confidently. That skill is it would be useful no matter what profession they get into. Yes or yes? Your children, start that
Totally
now.
agree.
Totally agree. They're going to be,
Totally agree.
it's going to be one of the most valuable skill sets that you could possibly impart on your communication skills, creativity skills.
And you also impact their future career.
Absolutely. If they can just shoot a little selfie video, they'll get more likely to be hired.
Yeah.
So have you put together a script, Alvin, that we can go? Have you had a chance to do the 2-minute?
We actually put up slideshows. We are trying to put it up in our Facebook. Yeah.
Okay.
We also create. We're trying to create a funnel, okay, for our recruitment purpose.
So you want to recruit advisors, right?
Yeah. I think that's my main purpose of going digital.
So all right, here's the key, right? We know it's tough, right? Advisory, it's you commission based mostly, or there may be a base salary, but mostly commission.
Yep, commissions.
Yeah, commission. So the way to do it, you need to find the ambassador. It could be you, it could be someone, right? You could have different people, different directors. And it needs to be kind of real. Don't be too corporate-y, right? And you could share your story of how you got started on this journey. And then showcase other people who within a year or two would generate, you know, there's certain income claims you can't do. I get that, right? But they can share, you know, the lifestyle, the culture, and the ability to achieve financial freedom and to impart financial freedom for others, helping others. And those short videos can be trailers, but then each of the advisors, you need to create lots of content. Go behind the scenes. Remember the matrix I showed you? Do company tours. Interview other advisors. Share wins. Wow, this guy is a 6-figure a month earner, whatever it may be. Production-wise, they did $1 million in policies this week, or I don't know, whatever it may be. Follow that matrix.
Good idea.
Right? Follow that.
So are you suggesting that, you know, I should have a series of interviews on different advisors that you are doing well?
That's right. It's not just the one trailer, especially it's a lot more complex business. If I share the matrix, let me just, am I still sharing my screen? Video matrix, where is it? Day one. Yeah, here it is. Let me just share my screen here. This is a critical matrix for you, especially because you probably have, how many advisors do you have in your team under your care, Alvin? Roughly.
Sorry?
How many advisors do you manage? 50, 100, 1,000? I don't know.
21.
Okay, great.
21.
That's wonderful. You've got a lot of variety of different people. And you need to think, you know, there's a few superstars in there, obviously. It's the 80-20 rule. You probably get 4 or 5 of them to be interviewed and show off some of the lifestyle aspects of being in the business, where you get to work with people, create sizzles. There may be presentations you've done, people who've been interviewed. There may be formal course material that you teach that you can release, go Facebook Live. But ultimately, you want to get people into a webinar. Yeah, right? You want to get people because they want to learn more. Because you traditionally, the way you recruit, you might advertise on social media or
we are pretty active in LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn, and you're going to drive people to live workshops, right? Recruitment sessions, orientation days. Yes, they come to your office. Blah blah blah. Can you do that at the moment? Can you? Can. So that's fine.
Can.
What I advise.
I think that's a good idea.
What I advise people is to get them into a virtual environment first, pre-qualify. You can record a live presentation of you, your other team members, in a live setting, just shoot a simple, you know, tripod, get it outsourced, or, you know, whatever, a couple of camera angles, one, or, you know, you can do a voiceover webinar. You can create webinar slides, and you do your usual recruitment presentation, which is what, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, tells about the company, who you're looking to, who's the ideal candidate, what are the opportunities, what are the potential career path, business model, income, you know, whatever projections you can or can't say. And you put them into a funnel that at the end of it, call to action is book a phone call with us. Get them on the phone first, and then if they qualify, and they got to apply, they got to go through an application process. And then if they sound like a good candidate, then you can invite them to do a Zoom call. And then if they're really good, you can invite them into the office. So there's a whole process. You can generate a ton of leads. And if you can teach them, how would you like to be able to do this from home? Because we've got the marketing system to help you take this presentation. Well, we've got a presentation to recruit people, but we've also got a presentation to help people. Like you could do, there's probably tons of different PowerPoint presentations you've got to talk about financial legacy programs, insurance, financial planning, that you normally encourage your advisors to teach in a workshop environment, but then translate that to virtual, put together a simple funnel with videos in the front end to get different leads into the webinars. And then your advisors themselves can duplicate the funnel and get appointments and do Zoom interviews with potential prospects. Here in the US, I had a previous client who is making close to, I don't know, 600,000-700,000 US a year, selling life insurance to executives. That's his niche. And it's completely virtual, he said. He can do all the, the application process, the webinars that he does, and then the one-on-one interviews he does completely virtual.
Okay.
Can be, right? That's
good.
right.
Good.
It's not saying you got to pivot your whole business model to that, but I'm saying
I think this is a good idea, because my current group of people, half of them are all six-figure income, but we are doing it in the traditional way all this while. I'm cracking my head to think, how do I bring them to virtual and continue get a six-figure income? If that can be done,
it can be done.
That's brilliant. Sure. I think your ideas is good.
So, there's probably a drop-off recently because people are fearful of meeting face-to-face. Yeah. All right. So, put some time and effort, watch these, I've already shared different funnels, different examples. You can re-engineer all that. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Thank you so much, Alvin. I want to give some time to others.
Thank you. Appreciate your times.
Absolutely.
All the best. Great to have you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's welcome another. I think Jennifer. Let's see. Jennifer is on the panel. Oh, Jennifer's dropped off. Jennifer, let me invite you, promote to panelist. Sorry, there's a lot of people who put their hands up. We will bring you guys as many. We have to close at around 10:15, unfortunately. Don't worry, there's still day 6 and 7, right? We can. Oh, sorry. Co-host. Jennifer, are you there? You can turn on your,
yes.
You can turn on your video now, I think.
I'm trying to.
Okay, let's give it a hi, Jennifer. Hello, say hello, everyone. Let's give her some love.
I have to see like that.
Oh, that's okay. Jennifer, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
How are you tonight? I know it's luckily it's not too late for you tonight.
It's okay.
So
I'm running on
wasn't her video amazing when she did the selfie? It was her first video and it was really from the heart. So thank you for sharing your journey with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's very moving. There's a lot of people who are going through critical illness. My father passed away last year after a year and a half of struggle. So I know the challenges that people are going through. And a lot of people feel helpless and they want to give up. And then you want to inspire them, to believe in miracles, to believe that they can get out of it. I think it's so important. Suffering, isn't there, in the world? And maybe it's time for certain people, but if you can help them through that path and that journey, it's very, very important. So Jennifer, do you have a script? Have you working on a script?
I sent you some. I have a lot of ideas. And hang on, where am I? Oh, here.
Did you email us, or did you post it on the Facebook group?
It's written, so I actually sent photo shots into your PM.
Oh, I beg your pardon. So you private message me. Yes.
Yes.
As I said, you know,
I,
I've known Jennifer over the years just as a Facebook acquaintance, guys. The first time I've had a video interaction with her, you know, she used to work at Success Resources. I think that's how we added as friends. But my encouragement is don't send me private
Yes.
messages because I get way too many private messages. Send it into the Facebook group because then everyone can see your work and be inspired by it. All right, guys? So it's this Facebook groups, closed groups are fantastic for that.
I'm still learning.
So please do share. I can bring it up. It's a bit hard to. Okay, let me just share my screen if I may.
It's okay. I'll just verbalize it.
Okay, so this is some of your notes. I have you thinking I want to share my mission and passion with the world. Why life is precious. Yeah, first off, start with jotting notes, right? Jot down notes. Follow, you know, brain dump, right? Do a brainstorm on all the things. Yeah, that's what that's
Yeah.
really important. So who doesn't have
Brain
a you know? If we were workshopping this, I'd be getting you write down all the different bullet points of things that you want to share. It's important that you put it in the right order, right, guys?
Yes, yes.
Because we're going to grab attention, relate to people's pains and paradises, empathize, right? Establish credibility as well through your story, educate, you know, create amusement if you can. Think of a funny anecdote. Get people riled up of injustices, anger. Give some nuggets. It's not just about talking about your pain without the resolution. If you're an expert and you believe you can help people go from A to B, then you need to factor that hero's journey of the breakthrough. And then the call to action, what's that next step? We tend to forget what that next step is. Is it a webinar? Is it a lead magnet? You know, download my book, ebook, download my playbook, download my 12-step checklist, cheat list, which is only 5 pages, but it will save you hours of time figuring out how to script your video. Now, my playbook is not what you should do, right? Giving away a 37-page condensed thing, which is written in sometimes cryptic terms because it's for internal. You want to make it very simple to follow, big font, lots of space, worksheets, checklists. Give something that people can take away with. Well, we wanted to give you the whole farm, right? Just to see whether to really have something that you would value and keep and refer to months and months. Okay. So, follow the frameworks is the main point. So otherwise, the story is all over the place. Fair enough? So we want to give it a shot anyway. So over to you. Ready? Let's give it up for Jennifer. And let's hear your 2-minute, roughly, story with hopefully that will grab our attention in the first 3 to 5 seconds, right? That will relate to the problems of your ideal audience and paint the paradise of what could happen, and then get people excited about what's possible and educate them about what the journey you went through or the methodology that was able to achieve certain things for yourself and others, and try to factor in some entertainment value if possible, a lightheartedness, a self-deprecating humor. And then what's the call to action? What type of social proof? What other stories can you tell about people who are able to achieve similar results? It's not just what you are able to do. What about other people? So that we're going to overcome their objections, yeah? So you're going to factor all that, right? It's a lot. It's not that much. It's only 7 steps plus 5 steps, merge them together And off you go. So let's give it up. Go, Jennifer. The stage is yours. 2 minutes. We'll give you 2 to 3 minutes max. Tell us your story. Tell us your trailer.
Hey, how are you? Are you human? I am. I'm very human. How many of you may have challenges in your life that you really don't know what to do? You could be that person. You could know somebody who's in that issue, in that situation, or you're a friend of somebody who knows of someone. Anybody can fall sick. Anybody can face a situation where they suddenly have someone they love who are not well, and they're at the end of their they're holding on to lots of hope, but don't know what to do. Everyone may have that situation in their hands, you included. I was there, and I have a journey to tell, but I'll tell you that journey in another story. Why? Because I have an exciting and very insightful session that I like you to participate in the very near future. Why? Because everyone needs to know this. Everyone needs to understand. Everyone needs to know what happens to a sick person, a critically ill person, a person who just found out they have cancer, heart disease, whatever it is, the whole combo, the whole 9 yards. So give yourself an opportunity to learn more about this. Join me at da-da-da-da-da.
Okay. Is that it? The ending? All right. Let's give it up for
Otherwise, it's too.
Jennifer. Well done. All right. Not easy, right, guys? That was 90 seconds. So, okay. Some feedback, if I may. Okay.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
just taking notes. I think the first part of the script was, hello, are you human? That was shocking. I was like, that grabbed my attention a little bit. That was kind of different. And then, then you said something like, are you experiencing challenges? Is that right? Is that what you said? Was that the script?
Yes.
So that's a little bit vague, so what is your ideal audience? Someone who's going through some critical illnesses, or someone that they know through critical illnesses. So you need that up front.
Okay.
All right. So something like, are you human? Hey, hi, are you human? Well, if you are, unfortunately, we're all going to die one day. And we're all
Yes, I got that. I got that written, but I didn't say it.
Well, unfortunately, we're all going to go through some critical illnesses at some stage in our lives. And it's sad. It's tragic. It's painful for you and for the family members who are going through this. The tension, relate to the pain, and right? But the final years, or the, that sounds so morbid. But
the journey.
But but the journey doesn't have to be, whatever. There is hope. So many people who are in that critical phase in life too often give up before their time is truly up. Right? Something like that. Right? You want to give the hope.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can give some statistics. It's so sad that, we spend 30% of our assets in the last 5-10 years of our lives covering medical costs. Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
There's there's got to be a better way. And we need to share your story about, 5 years ago.
Okay.
Where's your story? I didn't hear your story, Jennifer. You had it. Where's your?
Yes.
I was waiting for it.
You said 90 minutes. I was like,
No, you don't have. It could be anywhere from 90 seconds to 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. All right. And eventually, you can really cut it down to 90. So the key is write more and then cut. Yeah?
Okay.
See, guys, my original video was 3 to 4 minutes. Okay. And then I thought, too long. I'm on. Let's cut it down, guys. So you need to test, but initially you got to start. Don't go to 10 minutes. Go to 2 to 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes,
Okay.
and then you need to wordsmith things, shorten them, simplify them.
I love this.
So you need your story. You forgot to empathize. You need to tell. 5 years ago I had a car accident.
Yeah.
It was devastating.
Yeah.
Really be human. At this point, you need to be vulnerable.
Right.
And how did it impact you? How did it impact your family?
Mm.
This is where people know you're coming from their shoes. They understand, right?
Okay.
So get that critical illness side comment.
Yeah.
For the,
Okay. Yeah, got that.
right? And then you need to incorporate your story. It could be 30 seconds. But who have you helped? You've helped maybe yourself. Can you maybe share other stories of people who have, maybe you haven't had, have you coached people to overcome hopelessness and challenges? Ask yourself, what have you actually done in terms of yourself? All right. You may not have helped other people. We all got to start somewhere, right? We may not have coached anyone. You may have. I'm not, you need to think about if you have case studies where you've helped people, share that story. If not, share your story and then share other anecdotes. Look at Prince EA, look at Goldcast. Who's seen Goldcast videos on Facebook? They're all about they tell celebrities stories that we don't know about. We know the celebrities, but we don't know their backstory. We love watching those videos. We love sharing those videos. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
So, as Ben had in the viral, you are a storyteller. Say, I am a storyteller.
Storyteller.
Guys, we all are. Natalia, can't wait for your masterclass on Sunday. Yeah? It's going to be great. So stay tuned for Sundays. So, Jennifer, really, that's a great first start, second start. Merge what you naturally did in the selfie video. Transcribe what you said. Transcribe what you said, because there was some golden nuggets, and eventually you start combining it all together, and then it becomes a wonderful product, right? Wonderful message. All right, thank you, Jennifer. Let's give it up. Mwah. All right. Look, guys, I did say I'm going to finish not too long. I really want to wrap up today. Let's see. Any other final questions? I want to be, it's already 100 minutes today, so we've almost 2 hours. We want to keep it to reasonable length. I want you guys to take action. I don't want you guys to watch me yap away too long, right? Opt-in funnel to register for phone or Zoom call, lead magnet, free training, offer page. There's many different funnels, Bianca. It really depends on what your back offer is, your offer is. So it's kind of beyond the scope of today. We really want to focus on the first stage. Get your messaging right. If you don't get your messaging right, all the rest of the funnel will fall apart, frankly. Seriously. Okay? So fundamentals. Any quick questions? Otherwise, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Natalia. Ben, thank you. You have to head off and look after the kids. Alvin, tomorrow, big day tomorrow, we're going to be covering the juicy bits of producing high-impact videos, of really going viral, get retention. How do you keep people watching for minutes and minutes and minutes, hours even, like we've been able to do? Thank you, Jay. The funnel side, maybe we'll cover a little bit over the weekend. It's kind of really advanced stuff. I mentioned Star Infomercial funnel, and I got some feedback. It went over their heads and stuff. I get it. It's like you're probably a bit more advanced. So it's, sometimes a bit of a, that's why ultimately, this is our philosophy. We are not going to sell you one thing because it's silly. right? Everyone is at different stages of their journey. We need to understand you. Why, why is it that some people to sell you all these high ticket packages and they don't know your situation? They don't know whether you're going to be able to apply. They don't know your where you are in that journey of that transformation. So we always have a really in-depth application process. And I recommend you guys create a simple survey form. You can use, I think we're going to be using Google survey. It's free. There is Last Form and all these fancy stuff. I don't want to use that deliberately to show you that this is a free piece of software. It's so easy to set up. So for our clients, we always spend a lot of time evaluating, what might be a good fit for their situation. And then we'll say, we recommend this. It's like a doctor. When you go see a doctor, does the doctor sell you something? Do they have to do a hard sell? Or do they prescribe? They say, well, after diagnosing your situation, you need this, this, and this. Do you go, but, no, you just kind of like, yes, doctor, I'm all natural. I'm all natural pathic type of thing. I'm not going to comment about prescribing drugs and all that terrible stuff. Ooh, I don't want to get into a bit of a sensitive topic about vaccines and things like that. Ooh. Anyway, the point is doctors have such power, such authority. Yes, we grow up from a young age and whatever the doctor says, we do. If you really want to position yourself as an authority, you don't get into becoming a sales consultant. You are a trusted advisor. Yes or yes? Alvin knows about it. We're not sales consultants. Are you commission only? Yeah. No, we are advisors. All right. Yeah, there's a bit of a conflict of interest. They just want to sell you stuff. But still, your process can still be different. You really need to truly understand your client. So we need a great, tomorrow we're going to say, if you're interested in this, apply for it. We're not going to sell you anything. We're not going to sell you the high ticket stuff. Because we really need to understand where you're from, where you're coming from. And you need to incorporate simple funnels that go from video, opting into a webinar, or opting into a free challenge or low ticket challenge. The challenge funnel that you guys saw was simple. Yes or yes. It's one page, but we had all the elements of an irresistible offer. Now, if you don't have all those bonuses and think, oh my goodness, I don't know, blah, 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 how to do such, offer such amazing value, then start with a free, but be clear on your messaging. Who is your target audience? Maybe make it $7, something really affordable, but you offering amazing value. It could be 4, 5, 6 hours of content live like this. And they can be just 2 or 3 sessions. We found that, 60 minutes, you can only teach so much. A lot of master classes that I think are really effective was when you go into a bit of immersion, a few hours. Yeah. Sometimes a few hours is what you need to get into because you're only warming up, because people they don't just want to be sitting in an audience just being lectured at for 2 hours. I mean, there's a bit of engagement. They need to be heard. So facilitating workshops is mostly about trying to get other people to talk. A lot harder in this environment. All right, we can have some people on the panel, yeah? Anyway, on that note, I am going to wrap up. I hope you guys got some value today. Yes? Type in yes if you got a lot of value.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, good stuff. Thank you. Go do your homework, which I mean is, and post it. It doesn't mean if you can't get on the panel. Apologies for all those who raised their hands and we couldn't. Apologies. But make sure you start writing the script. 2-minute script, guys, 2 to 3 minutes. Follow the framework, GREAT, the 7 steps. Just follow that. What you put in is what you get out of this. Okay, guys? Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Take care. All right, let's go wrap up with our Go Viral. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Good night. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Ian.
Natalia.
Thank you.
Everyone.
Thank you.